purple truck must be repaired or removed off the property. Failure to correct this violation will result in a court summons and shall be punished by a fine not to exceed $500 or imprisonment in the city jail for not more than 90 days. So you're telling me I'm gonna go to jail for 90 days for painting the lift on my truck? I don't even live in an HOA. Well, this isn't a normal video I would normally make. You see all over YouTube, my HOA this, my HOA that, my HOA about my lifted truck, my HOA about my 14 wides, my HOA about my train horns, all these different things about HOAs. So I refuse to move into one. I grew up in the middle of the woods, out in the middle of nowhere, where you did whatever the hell you wanted as long as you weren't blowing shit up. You weren't gonna get messed with. Then I moved a little bit more into the city after I graduated high school. Still, no one messed with you. As long as you respect your neighbors, you don't do anything stupid past midnight, anything like that, you don't have any problems. Well, about 6 months ago, we wanted to take a leap and do something different. We wanted to move out of state before we settle down and have kids. I'm 23 years old, my fiance is 25. We wanted to do something different with our lives. So we decided to move out of the state of Florida that we grew up in and move here to Georgia. So we looked around and there's a couple different houses we were looking at, and we finally set on two, and we decided on the one we chose because the other one was in an HOA, and I refused to live in an HOA because I work on my trucks. You guys saw I painted this in my garage. I solid axle swapped my other truck in my driveway, lifted this in my driveway. Everything that's done to this truck I've done in my driveway. So I knew I couldn't live in an HOA because they wouldn't have something like that. So we moved here and don't have any problems with the neighbors, don't have anything like that. I'm respectful. I don't work on things super early in the morning. I don't work on things super late at night. So I decided, you know, I'm gonna be respectful. The neighbors next door actually enjoy seeing what I do with the trucks. They're always curious on what I'm doing. The son that lives there, he's curious about what I'm doing all the time. Don't really hear anything from anyone else, but I don't have any problems with anybody. So I was painting this truck, I got it painted, I got it moved out of the garage. It was on jack stands while I was painting the lift underneath. It was on jack stands for 2 days when I got this left on my door. Now, move up a little bit closer so you guys can see it. Sorry it's super windy out here, but this is a violation from the city marshal that was left at my house. So I made a post about this on Instagram, kind of joking, like, hey, should I make a video on this? And surprisingly enough, I had over 300 people say yes, and I never get that much engagement with my stories on Instagram. So I was like, looks like we kind of have to make a video on it. What this says: the purple truck must be repaired or removed off the property. Apparently it's a major auto repair to take your lift kit off. So this would be the same scenario, because I was painting the lift, but it would be the same scenario as if you were putting a lift on your truck. My truck was on jack stands for 2 days. I put it on jack stands, removed everything off of it, just the front. The back tires were still on the ground. I removed everything off the front of the truck and started to paint the lift. Well, it was at 9:57 a.m. right here. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but we've got a camera system at our house, and 9:57 a.m. I get a notification someone's in my driveway, and I was like, who's in my driveway? And this is what I see: this guy coming onto my property and taking pictures of my truck. First of all, I would like to say that I could very well take this to court, because in order to trespass on someone's property, you have to have a warrant. And well, he didn't have a warrant to come on my property and take pictures of my truck. I'm not a lawyer or anything like that. It's just what I've been told by people that know more than I do, is that in order to come on your property and take pictures or anything of your dwelling, your property, anything like that, they have to have a warrant, just like if a police officer was to come on your property. Now, unless, like with cops, they can visibly see something and have a open entrance onto the property. That is like their only given way. I don't know if that works the same for a city marshal, but he came on my property and took pictures of my truck and left this here. So immediately after I received this left on my door, I called him like, hey, what's going on? Like, did I do something wrong? Like, did a neighbor complain? Like, what's going on? He's like, oh, you'll get a letter in the mail in a couple days that'll explain it. If you have any questions, then call me back. Kind of like a piss off attitude, like, the hell did I do? So I got off the phone with him and I immediately went online and I was looking up the code for the city of Valdosta, where I live. And I could not find anything about residential and auto repairs. Really, like, everything residential was all about your grass and your house and like how your stuff's taken care of. None of it was about an auto repair. And then a couple days later, I get this in the mail. And I don't want to show this too close because it's got my exact address. It's got phone numbers and names of people and everything. So I'm just going to read off what it says. It's section 218-13G, automotive repair and maintenance major. Outdoor storage shall be in the rear yard screened by an 8-foot high opaque fence or wall and limited to 25% of the parcel area. A property that includes outdoor storage and repair shall be no closer than 200 feet from a property zoned or used residentially. Measured along a straight line connecting the nearest points of the two properties in question, there shall be no junkyards. This type of automotive repair is allowed only on property zoned professional. The purple truck must be repaired or removed off the property. This warning will expire on June 22nd, 2021 in reference to the above mentioned violation. If the situation has not been rectified within specified time frame, you will be summoned to court. Failure to correct this violation will result in a court summons and shall be punished by a fine not to exceed $500 or imprisonment in the city jail for not more than 90 days. So you're telling me I'm gonna go to jail for 90 days for painting the lift on my truck? Are you serious? I don't even live in an HOA. Like, a city marshal stopped at my house and left this because I was painting the lift on my truck. Like, blows my mind. So apparently, in the city of Valdosta, you're not allowed to work on your vehicle in your driveway. Your vehicle has to be behind an 8-foot tall fence or indoors. Doesn't make sense to me. And yeah, guess what? Right now, it's on jack stands. You guys can see that. And I would gladly take the shit to court if they stop by my house again and say that my truck cannot be on jack stands, because the truck is running and driving. This is not a major auto repair. It's on jack stands right now because my rear end decided to blow up. So you're telling me in order to work on my vehicle, I have to build a fence in my backyard? Like, what if you're renting like me? Am I just not allowed to work on my vehicle in my driveway? Like, pretty messed up situation. So I figured, you know, I made the post on Instagram and you guys seem to be very interested in what happened. A lot of people were saying, man, F an HOA. This is why I don't live in an HOA. I don't let people tell me how to live on my own property, blah, blah, blah. I don't live in an HOA because I have those same outlooks, those same beliefs that if I'm on my own property, I shouldn't be told what I can and can't do. But apparently, even not living in an HOA, people can still tell you what you can and can't do on your own property. Doesn't make sense to me, but I'm gonna keep doing me and just go from there. Really, if they want to get crazy about a major auto repair, I don't consider painting your lift a major auto repair. I mean, like, they want to see a major auto repair, I can take the whole damn cab, bed, and everything and spread it out across the yard and really piss someone off. I mean, really try me. I'll whistle and diesel this shit and spread it everywhere. But the whole point of this video was to just kind of talk about what this was, because this happened before Daytona, and with the hectic of painting the truck, getting the Ford finished and everything like that, wasn't able to film a video on it. And I had a couple people in Daytona actually asking me about what this was. So I figured, you know, people might still have some unanswered questions out there about my Instagram story post with why I might go to jail for painting my lift. It's not clickbait at all. It's 100% true. I got this in the mail. I'll try and show you guys without showing a phone number. I don't know. You guys might be able to read this. But, yeah. For sure, they want to fine me $500 or send me to jail for painting my lift. Blows me away. But like I said, guys, I'm not changing. I'm going to keep doing the same thing I'm doing. I mean, hell, we're looking at getting another truck here in the future, and I'm not going to buy one lifted. I would like to lift it myself, so we're going to be doing another lift in the driveway. See if we can really piss someone off then. Like, what got me the worst with this whole situation is right after he left it, I called him, and he was like, oh man, I'm just doing my job. Kind of like he got sent out here by someone else. And then I later found out that he's the city marshal, the guy I talked to on the phone. He's the one that goes around and looks for things that are going against the code ordinance and leaving these on people's houses and everything. Blows my mind. But he was just so rude to me. That's what got me. Is he was like, you know, because I asked him, I was like, what's the code ordinance? Because I couldn't find one online. And he was like, you'll get a letter in the mail in a couple days. If you still have a question, then you can call me and ask me. Like, you left the violation at my house. Shouldn't you, like, know the code? But whatever. I don't want to drag this on. Thank you guys for watching. But it's not clickbait. I really did get a violation from the city I live in for painting my lift kit. I mean, blows my mind. Like I said, this would be the same scenario if you were putting a lift on your truck. I took my lift off to paint it and then put it back on. So it'd be the same scenario if you were lifting your truck and putting a lift on it. So you'd have to take everything off just like I did. So, yay, 90 days in jail for lifting my truck. Not clickbait. Stupid. Make sure to drop a like on this video, hit the subscribe button, and if you guys want to see some more of these, make sure you run those lights up. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.